What an outrageous miscarriage of justice. The Southern District has a tremendous history for doing corruption prosecution. And this says, no, we want you to do corruption. Instead, they had a strong case. They're not even saying the evidence in the case isn't strong. They know he took illegal campaign contributions, corrupted the buildings department, but they just want to wreck the justice system. And unfortunately, New Yorkers are going to pay the consequences.
Do you think that the mayor should resign? There's this swirl now about should he be pardoned, should he not have these charges brought against him? Should he step down given what's happened here?
Yes, he should resign. He's effectively being extorted by the Justice Department. He's only looking out for the interests of one New Yorker, and that's himself, not even speaking up when they come to take our lunch money.
There are many layers to this. It's a two-page memo. I should say the acting deputy attorney general is an alumnus of this office, of the SDNY, which makes this even more astonishing. But there's a line, a footnote buried in it, which I flagged on Twitter and all the other platforms last night, and it's I just find it to be like an astonishing footnote. Quote, your office correctly noted in a February 3rd, 2025 memorandum, quote, as Mr. Bove, Emil Bove, the acting deputy attorney general, clearly stated to defense counsel during our meeting on January 31st, 2025, the government is not offering to exchange dismissal of a criminal case for Adams's assistance on immigration enforcement. A lot of absurdity baked in there and just the way that that's constructed. But this is something that you've honed in on in recent days. That is, was there some sort of deal brokered between the mayor and the president in Mar-a-Lago or elsewhere?
It sure looks like it. Elsewhere in the memo, it says we're doing this so that the mayor can get back to the business of fighting, quote unquote, illegal immigration. His job is to protect New Yorkers, not to do the president's bidding.
Do you agree, is David Guro's more up to speed on this than I am, and of course, Mr. Landers, so are you, that the way the language is formed, there's a threat to the mayor if you don't do what we say, we're going to bring those charges back?
Dismissed without prejudice means we will be watching every step of the way. And if we're dissatisfied with your fealty to the Trump White House, we'll bring the charges back.
The difference is Landers studied this at Chicago. I got it from Perry Mason. That's the difference.
I can't help but draw a line to what now former President Biden did in the final days of his administration, making these preemptive pardons to his son and others. Look, President Trump could have done the same thing, but there is a flex, a power move here in doing this. You talked about the longstanding independence and proud independence of the SDNY. He's testing them effectively by doing this.
I mean, move fast and break things. He's breaking the Justice Department and the tradition of independent prosecution that the Southern District of New York has long had, and that'll mean more corruption.
You say he should resign. There's another means of recourse here if he doesn't do that. You, other Democrats, could go to the governor of the state of New York, go to Kathy Hochul and say, look, you have the power to get him to step aside, perhaps force him to step aside. Is that something that you and your fellow Democrats are thinking about and indeed would consider at this moment because of all of this?
I mean, the form of removal I'm focused on right now is the ballot box. New Yorkers can get rid of Eric Adams and restore integrity and effective government to City Hall. I mean, people are fed up not just with his corruption, but with his failure to deliver. People are fed up with Democratic mayors of big blue cities who can't govern, and that's what we can elect this year.